Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for April 2nd, 2018. Yesterday, many of you thought we had an April Fool's joke we were playing on you with this snow, but obviously this is not the case. This is a legit thing, and we have a very weak low that's sitting off it's going to be off the Delmarva this morning. This is looking at early this morning, and you have snow breaking out off to the north. This is the same thing we were looking at last week. It looked like it was going to stay south, and it was just a flat progressive wave, but what we started to see, and the model started picking up on, was a 110 knot jet. Upper level jet that was kind of streaking right across the area, and what that does with that jet being in here like this is helps to enhance the snowfall in this case over Pennsylvania and New Jersey, whereas if this was just if that wasn't there, you just have a flat and progressive system kind of moving and meandering this way and continuing off the coast, and it probably would have stayed mostly south, if not completely south of this area, and then gave us nothing. But because of that jet, we were able to enhance the precipitation a little bit, and that's what's bringing us our snow this morning. And in some cases, this is a significant snowfall, and this is not significant in terms of January significant. This is significant for April. April normal snowfall around this area are barely an inch in some places, and you're talking about getting some places getting 4 to 6 inches today. So this is a pretty significant deal for the month of April, and this might not be the only one this week we're talking about. We'll get into that in a minute. Okay, so here's the system this morning. It's going to move off the coast pretty quickly, and this is going to shut off probably mid to late morning from west to east. And after that, we remain mostly cloudy the rest of the day, but we are going to turn milder. So a lot of this is going to melt. Most, if not all, will melt by the end of the day. Some of those areas get into the heaviest bands of snow along the I-78 corridor especially. You might still have some snow around by the end of the day. But it's still going to be, the mid-40s today. So this is in April now. This is not mid-40s in January. It's a big difference. Even if the sun's not completely out, you're going to have some radiational heating come in through the clouds, and it's going to work against those accumulations, or against the what's already fallen. So this is only primarily a morning thing where we're concerned about any travel restrictions or anything like that would go on for the morning rush, and that's it. So when you come home in the evening, it'll be a much different story. The roads will be clear. Let's get to the NAM this is the high resolution rapid refresh model, and this is looking at 5 a.m. You can see very heavy snow falling. I'm going to back this up in a couple hours here to 3, just to see that, so you can see when this came in. Originally, you have a brief period of rain and a mix of rain and snow that will go over quickly to snow, and that's how that evolved. But when it does, it's going to come down pretty substantially heavy. So you're gonna get walloped here for a couple hours, where it's going to be maybe 3-4 hours of 1 to 2 inch per hour rates, and then it's out of here. Okay, some areas will get that one, not everywhere. Some areas will get the 1 to 2 inch per hour rates, and that's why we have that swath of 4 to 6 inches, and that's going to be right about through here or thereabouts, something like that. That's the approximate area that could see the greatest snowfall of this. Further south outside of that, you're probably 2 to 4 up here in these areas. The 4 to 6, of course, is in the middle here. This is also 2 to 4 right below it. And then as you go down, you step down below this, it keeps going down to 1 to 2, and then a coating to 1 inch, and then this is all rain down here. So it steps down pretty quickly. But you can see even in Philadelphia here at 5 o'clock in the morning, it's showing rain, and we move forward here. The reason I'm using the high resolution rapid refresh is I think this has had a very good handle on the system in the shorter term. When it hasn't been waffling around or anything, it's been pretty consistent, showing the same thing. So here's 6, still intense, still 7 o'clock, still intense. Once you get to 8, it starts to lighten up and pull away, and we start to taper off after 8 o'clock. So here's 9, here's 10. I think you're pretty much done by this point. It's probably a mid-morning type thing. And then 11, it's off the coast. Again, remaining mostly cloudy the rest of the day, so we're going to start to melt fairly quickly. Again, this is April, not January. It's not going to hang around too long, so that's the bonus of getting snow this time of year. It's perfectly timed, coming in when it was colder at night with that high pressure off the north, and that is right up here, 1020 high, sitting right here. That's what it was running into. Anyway, going past this point, this is going to go away. We're going to have a warm front that's going to move through. I don't think you're going to get into too much in the way of icing. We'll have to watch up here in the Poconos for some freezing spots where you could have some freezing rain or drizzle at the onset. If this comes in probably like right before pre-dawn hours tonight, into Tuesday morning. There's a warm front that's actually pushing through. Here's your area low pressure driving it. Warm front's extending out like this. This is pushing the warm front through. Once it does, it's going to turn warmer. Everywhere is going to go over to rain. That's not an issue. And then we'll have periods of rain here on Tuesday. You will have a little bit of a break or a lull that's going to be on Tuesday night, and then you're going to have later at night, you're going to have the cold front come through. And here's the cold front moving through on Wednesday morning. Once this comes through, you're going to have temperatures drop off pretty rapidly, I think. So you're going to be very warm in the morning ahead of this cold front. You're going to have temperatures surging into the 60s ahead of the front on Wednesday morning. As soon as the front passes, strong northwesterly winds come in here, and the temperatures drop, and it gets very breezy. As a matter of fact, it's going to be breezy straight through Friday, we think. So it's going to be a windy couple days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. To basically 12 to 18 miles per hour gust to 30 type thing. That's what we can expect. The highest is going to be maybe 35 here on Wednesday. Here's Thursday, another system coming in. This is going to have another weak frontal boundary with it. It looks potent when it comes at us, but then it looks like it just dies out as it heads eastward. So it's just a frontal passage. You could have a quick snow shower on Thursday night into early Friday morning, rain or snow shower. Very light, very scattered, very hit or miss. And then that moves through, and this is going to reinforce some cold air just in time for the weekend. We have to turn our attention to that now after this one, because we have another system that's moving in from the southwest, and this might be a little bit more potent than the last one. And could give us some more accumulating snow, favoring the interior again. It's still undecided how exactly it's going to track, but this could be another snow producer here for the interior. Mainly, and then rain further southeast. We're going to have to watch this one closely, because this was the one that we had in a signal now for 3 weeks in our long-range forecast. This is should not be a surprise to any of you. We've been very good with these signals this entire winter, sniffing out something in long range, and we said the time to watch was between the 6th and 8th, and lo and behold, this is the 7th and 8th here. So weekend, we're going to just say weekend for now, because the models are a little bit over back and forth with this and what day they want to choose, whether it's Saturday or Saturday night into Sunday. A couple different possibilities. This one here is showing Saturday night into Sunday morning, which would be ideal if you wanted snow. Because again, happening at night, or at least starting at night, gives you a better opportunity for accumulating snow like we're seeing today. So we'll have to watch this closely and see what it does. There's no guarantees with this one. But the signal is still there. It has been there for 3 weeks, and we will watch this closely and see what it does. It could be snow to rain, could be mostly snow for the interior, rain southeast, could be snow to ice. That's a possibility. Snow to ice to rain. There's a lot of different things on the table with this. We're looking at something next weekend, so obviously model guidance is going to be take their time honing in on this. Well, we'll cross this bridge when we get there. We're going to get this into this a little bit more today in the premium forum and our model analysis, and then after that, we're going to monitor a little bit closely once this storm passes today. But again, be careful this morning. I think it's just a morning deal with the roads being an issue just early on. After that, your morning rush should be a little bit hectic. Give yourself some extra time this morning, but after that, it should melt off pretty quickly. Your commute home should be just fine, and most, if not all, depending on where you're at, most of the snow, if not all, will be melted fairly quickly, as is the case normally with many of these April systems. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for April 2nd, 2018. Have a great Monday.